Hi everyone, delonewolf here and welcome to my home base in Iona. Now first of all I'm quickly going to show you what I did with the Dominic's Navy issue for the fitting, but I have to say I'm gonna have to tweak it a little bit. Let me see, explosive membrane 2 to plug the EM hole, and then 2 energized adaptives, damage control and large armor repairer. And then I get 2 armor hardeners, which I can switch out depending on what pirate faction I'm facing in a level 4 mission. I filled it up with cap recharges 2s, so it's stable. But I do have a target painter and a web, just in case that turns out to be a bit more efficient in the long run. I got an afterburner in there. For the rigs, I got a large Trimark armor pump, auxiliary nano pump, which I think is the one that increased the repair amount. Yep, and then 1 capacitor control circuit. Now in the high slots, I have 6 large. Let me see what that one was exactly. And a module. Model Mega Ion Particle Accelerator 1, which are 4 versions of large blasters, and to be honest I'm not very happy with those. Optimal range with antimatter charges is 3600 meters, fall off something like 16 kilometers, so yeah, I can only really use them within 20, and I'm slowly gonna skill up to take 2 large hybrids and maybe see if I can find some better blasters, or just maybe some railguns to get a bit more range. Just they feel a bit useless in missions at the moment. So yeah, that's the fit I'm currently giving a go, but I have to say I'm not entirely happy with it, especially not with the blasters like that. It just doesn't feel very efficient in the missions, as I cannot use them for quite a lot while I'm playing. So yesterday I had a quick talk about the Plex prices. I'm not gonna cover that today because while we had no dev blogs today we got 2 of them. So that's some pretty damn good news. 2 new dev blogs to cover, and I'm quickly going to put myself in a belt, mine some extra stuff, and yeah, I'll check out what the dev blogs are all about. This is a very nice advantage of the change with the retriever Mackinac and all the mining barges. Since you have an ore hold separate from your cargo hold, you can take several sets of mining crystals covering all the possible asteroids, so you don't even have to go back and get like your Veldspar set if you want to keep being able to mine the maximum amount. I used to only take 1 extra crystal when one was at 95% damage, but right now I can just take several sets, and if I happen to find some more dense Veldspar or massive Scordite, then I can just switch over the crystals very quickly. So yeah, that's another advantage of the changes to the mining barges. Let me quickly find a couple good asteroids there, and a close one for my drones. Mine repeatedly, put the lasers on there, and we'll have a look at those dev blogs. I'll put the links down below as well, but if you can go in the in-game browser, you just press on dev blogs and voila, there they are. The first one, called Stay on Target, it's about some UI changes. And this is the meat of the matter right here. The targeting icons, which used to be squared within shields, armor and structure down below, are going to be round now. I think this looks pretty cool, although I'm not sure how much demand there is for that. Clockwise, this goes from shields, armor to structure, so that's okay. I think I guess it makes it look a little bit different, but we'll get used to that pretty quickly. Now the targeting itself right here on the left side is also changed from a square to round, but The countdown timer is now a circle going around the target, and yeah, I think that's a bit of a disadvantage that you can't see in seconds anymore how long it's gonna take. I would have liked to still see that on there somewhere, even if it's just a countdown at the top or something like that. But I think that's not an improvement if you can't see the seconds in numbers anymore. In fact, I would like to see shield, armor and structure numbers as well, to be honest. I think that would be pretty interesting information to have anyways. Although of course that could give away feats and stuff like that. Yeah, I understand why they wouldn't do that. But the countdown timer on your targeting, I would like that. And then they are going to try and update the effects basically of the icon in space, depending on the target. Let me have a quick look. No pirates in here, nope. So yeah, targeting still yellow as before, aggression red like before. But then they're going to add when it's within targeting range, and also when a ship, whether it's a player or an NPC, is actually damaging you, they're going to make that visually quite a lot more clear. Keep in mind this is work in progress, but I do like this idea that whenever a ship is hitting you, and the more it's hitting you, the more visible it's going to be plainly in space, so you can... So that information is out there, you know, they're not telling you, oh, go kill that ship first, but if you want that information, you can now find it very easily and decide that you want to go for that target first. A pretty good idea to me. So yeah, just that countdown timer being gone, that's the one thing I don't like about it. And let's quickly go back and have a look at the other one, the other dev blog. By Team Super Friends, it's about bounty system. Finally we get some more information on that. Yeah, their intention is basically to make it a viable playstyle to become a bounty hunter, and to avoid people being able to scam the system, basically to pay themselves the bounties by getting killed by one of their alts in a completely new clone, so that it doesn't cost them anything, but they do get a payout. So the first way they're going to do that is that, like with faction warfare, which calculates losses, the payout will now depend on either the ships you destroyed or the implants that were on the clone whenever you bought the bounty target. I think this sounds like a low number, but they're going for 20% of the value only. So yeah, that's I personally like it from the idea that this will produce more conflict. 100 million bounty that can actually yield 500 million in destruction. That's pretty juicy, and it does counter someone simply destroying his own ships for the exact same value as the bounty. He'll have to take an 80% loss if he wants to clear it himself. So yeah, I like this idea, to be honest. Keep in mind that this number is not set in stone. What else was there that was pretty interesting? Yeah, bounties can be claimed on podding. Yeah, bounties can be placed from anywhere in the game, so not just in the bounty offices. Minimum amount 100,000, that's pretty normal, so you don't put a bounty of 1 ISK on someone and then you can lose a ship because of it. There will be you can track bounties you've placed on the player, seeing how much has been paid out. Yeah, of course, that just makes sense. That it's going to be a whole system where you can track progress of the bounties you've decided to put on people. And there will be rankings in both the guys with the highest bounties on them and the bounty hunters that have been able to kill some nice and juicy targets. You'll also be able to put bounties on whole corporations and alliances. I think the numbers were 50 million. Yeah, 50 million for corporations and 500 million for alliances. Sounds like a pretty interesting change to me. What was important is that bounties will have no effect on who can be attacked legally. So yeah, it's not because somebody has a bounty in high sec that you can go and kill him. And yeah, sorry about that, but I'm keeping an eye out for some pirates. just in case they spawn in. So yeah, no effect on who can be attacked legally. So a high-sec person with a bounty, you can't just go and shoot him. And once this change is rolled out, the existing bounties will be removed. I guess a completely new system, so they won't really have a choice on that. And yeah, so that's it for the bounty system itself. Now, I was personally a bit disappointed that you wouldn't be able to go after somebody that has a bounty in high-sec, but the changes to kill rights are going to solve this. That sounds pretty cool. So if you pot someone in low-sec or you attack someone unprovoked in high-sec, that other person will get a kill right on you, and he will be able to sell that kill right to other people. In fact, if you see someone with a wanted sign on that has a kill right against him by someone else, you can just right click him in space and then buy the kill right if you want to. And once you activate this kill right, everybody in system will have the right to start shooting him, even if he's in high-sec. That sounds pretty interesting. That's going to be a lot of fun if that does work out. And if this can actually be used against suicide gangers or people that have been potting guys in low sec, that sounds pretty interesting. Yeah, I think this could help with the bounty hunting profession to make it a bit viable in high sec as well. And finally, in the comments about this system, somebody said what is to stop someone from just using an alt and buying up his kill right and then basically spending it somewhere when he knows he's safe or something like that. That's sort of true. However, this can easily be prevented, and I'm hearing some pirates here. This can easily be prevented by the person first owning the kill right by setting the amount right away to, let's say, 100 million or even a billion ISK in order to buy the kill right, and then yeah, he can just decide to either go after that player himself and activate the kill right in a system when he sees him, or sell it for a well-known bounty hunter or something like that. So if the player that owns the kill right can set the price, I think this can be a good counter to alts buying up kill rights from their mains that have done some pretty bad things. Yeah, overall, two very interesting dev blogs. I am getting more and more excited about the bounty hunting changes. One thing to keep in mind with all the dev blogs, it's work in progress, and if I'm not mistaken, the kill right changes might actually come at a later date than the expansion itself. So yeah, that's it for this video, guys. A quick look at two new dev blogs while I've been making, let me quickly see, 2.5 million, not bad, a couple pirates, and I will see you all next time.